We said we'd walk together, baby, come what may. That come the twilight, should we lose our way? If as we're walking, a hand should slip free, I'll wait for you. Should I fall behind, wait for me. We swore we'd travel, darling, side by side. We'd help each other.
You can turn around.
Oh, you look beautiful, baby.
Thank you. We're supposed to kiss?
I think so. Look great. You happy?
Thank you. You look great too.
Thank you.
How has your morning been?
Great. No complaints.
Shuttling lots of things around. Thanks for breakfast and lunch.
The best Jersey Mike's could provide. Hey, babe.
Thank
You had a good morning?
Yeah. It's great. They were great.
Excellent.
Everything's great.
They did a great job.
Yeah.
Mostly you.
What do we normally do when we're hanging out?
Drama free, any drama?
No. No.
Cool. You look satisfied with your dress?
Yeah.
Looks great.
Thank you. Might be a little too breezy for a veil later, so get your fill now. So cute.
Don't say anything controversial while we're made up.
I know.
Just
You know, yeah, Uncle.
off-colored jokes. Yeah.
Oh, babe.
Well, it's Saturday night, you're all dressed up in blue. I've been watching you a while, maybe you've been watching me too. So somebody ran out, left somebody's heart in a mess. Well, if you're looking for love, honey, I'm tougher than the rest. Some girls, they want a handsome dame, or some good-looking Joe on their arm. Some girls like a sweet-talking Romeo. Well, around here, baby, I learned you get what you can get. So if you're up enough for love, honey, I'm tougher than the rest. Yeah, the road is dark, and it's a thin, thin line, but I want you to know I'll walk it for you anytime. Maybe your other boyfriend couldn't pass a test, but if you're up and ready for love, honey, I'm tougher than the rest. another dance. All you gotta do is say yes. And if you're rough and ready for love, honey, I'm tougher than the rest. If you're rough enough for love, baby, I'm tougher than the rest.
Hi everyone, and welcome to this wonderful occasion on this beautiful afternoon. For those who don't know me, my name is Hannah Wasserman, younger sister of the groom and favorite coworker of the bride. So you all navigated DC Metro Beltway traffic this weekend because of me. On behalf of myself and my family, I want to thank you all for making the effort to be here and celebrate Chelsea and Noah, and reassure you that there is not a single sitcom quote in this entire ceremony. To Chelsea, I just want to say, if you wanted to hang out more outside of work, you could have just asked. This is all really excessive. I would be remiss not to mention those we're missing today as we celebrate. Those who could not make the journey, many of whom we are lucky enough to have joining us virtually, as well as those who have passed on. We are thinking of you all and holding you tightly in our hearts. I think if you told me 15 years ago that I would be up here doing this, I would have laughed in your face. Well, I actually probably would have said, marrying my brother, isn't that illegal? Noah, it is a great pride of my life to come out the other side of adolescence with you as one of my closest allies. It's a joy to have someone who will laugh at around 90% of my jokes, but those are the laughs I know I've really earned. Understand even the most obscure of my pop culture references, and buy my car off of me when I move into the city. Thanks for the extra cash. And you're welcome to Chelsea for providing a car with 4 functioning windows and no duct tape. It's also a joy to know that you both absolutely owe me for life. It's a youngest child's dream to have the two of the people she looks up to in the world, most in the world, marry each other. Chelsea, thank you for setting an example for me both in and out of the hard hat, though I know I was the one setting the example when it came to us practicing tap dance steps in the office. I would be hard-pressed to find anyone I'd rather build this family dynasty alongside. I also can't remember what normal people talk about at family holidays outside of work drama, but I don't really care to. We are so thrilled to welcome you to the family, Chelsea. We love you with flurry. I think most of you know the story by now, but for those who don't, I will catch you up. It was February 2022 when I decided to throw myself a going-away party ahead of my move from DC. I texted my cool work mentor and casually begged her to come. She responded asking if everyone was going to be, direct quote, infant-aged like me. I reassured her absolutely not. My brother-in-law Ben would be there, and he's in his 40s. It was an evening of nonstop talking and making each other laugh for Chelsea and Noah. It was followed by 3 months of me and my sister Rachel texting each other, hey, whatever happened with them? The rest has been history. Chelsea and Noah, You two have forged ahead as a pair with a confidence and comfort that is extremely rare to witness. You have the type of respect for and faith in each other that most only dream of finding in another person, never mind a life partner. Looking at what you two have built together, a wonderful community, a routine of fun and travel and opportunities, a welcome home full of laughter and amazing homemade pizza that you've opened to me and your other loved ones, it must have been really helpful to have an experienced project manager on your team. And I'm sure whatever Noah does for work is also helpful. I forgot to ask before I wrote this speech. Bruce Springsteen once called love a fool's dance, and based on the things, many of which are far worse than fool, I've called my brother over the years, I think Bruce must be right. Despite the odds stacked against us, the world in constant flux, and the inevitable hardships, like when your partner says, your favorite buffalo chicken pie may not live up to the hype, we choose to love anyway. It's an honor to be here amidst your friends and family, witnessing your love, foolish as it may be. We're now excited to hear the exchanging of vows that you've written for each other.
Noah, before I met you, I didn't know how happy I could be. At the time, I thought I was doing pretty well for myself as a strong, independent woman. There was something about you, though, that drew me to you and made me take that seat next to you. As we began spending time together, you always listened so intently, and it made me want to let my guard down and share my feelings, my goals, and my fears, even when they weren't easy things to say. We talked early on about what we wanted for the rest of our lives before we knew we'd be spending it together. You have consistently shown up for me and taken care of me in the same quiet way you do for your family and friends. My days are filled with your thoughtful gestures, both big and small. It's the hug you greet me with every evening, the lunch you label for me in the fridge, the Saturday morning coffee in bed, and always the hand you reach out to hold mine. You make me laugh when I'm least expecting it. I have sat in traffic with you, ran through train stations, and even gone to the DMV. And I can confirm that everything is better when we are together. I enjoy the grand adventures you plan for us just as much as the rainy days sitting on the couch, and of course, Pizza Friday and Soup Sunday. You are the same caring, funny, and driven man I met on that first night. I cannot imagine my world without you in it, because our love is now part of my very being. It makes me strong and confident and puts the smile on my face every day. Loving you comes just as easy as breathing. I promise to cherish you and protect the life we are building together above all else, even when things are not as easy for us as they are today. I promise to appreciate you for the hard work you are always putting in all areas of your life. I promise to encourage and support you to achieve any goal you set your mind to. I promise to always talk through the tough things instead of bottling them up. I promise to do everything in my power to return the favor and always make your days a little easier. You are the best part of my day, and my world is a brighter place with you in it. I love you.
Thank you, and I'm sorry, the Bruce references are going to go from cute to kind of overboard in the next. But this is what happens when you don't collaborate. Chelsea, I'm so happy this day has finally arrived. A friend expressed surprise a few weeks ago when she realized we had only started dating in 2022, as it seems like you've been around for so much longer. And I can't disagree. Our attitudes, senses of humor, and approaches to life fit together seamlessly. We are spiritual extensions of one another, such that life without you would feel foreign. A day without seeing your smile, hearing your laugh, or hugging you when you get home from work does not feel complete. While today marks a milestone in our journey, I hesitate to say that we are entering a new, distinct phase, as you, I, and everyone else around us knows that this is just the natural continuation of the fully interconnected lives we've lived since the weeks after we met. For the record, I feel confident that I could have come up with 50-something laugh lines for this promise vow section, But I'll keep, for all our sakes, I'll kind of stay serious and consolidate. I love the lives that we have made for each other and promise to work each day to maintain the same level of joy and commitment we currently hold. I promise to never take for granted what we have in each other, and I promise to usually defer to the ice cream flavors you like, but occasionally pivot to the ones that I like on the off chance that the store happens to be out of your preferred flavor. And by delegating 95% of the grocery runs to me, that's just the risk you take. I promise to limit my yelling at the TV to times when the Jets, Yankees, and Tottenham are really, really infuriating me. But knowing that bunch, that's probably just in perpetuity. But it's the thought that counts. A few years before we met, I was wasting time on YouTube when I came across a video of a Scottish musician singing Born to Run. One great thing about song covers is that different artists put emphasis on different words and phrases, and lyrics that you've heard hundreds of thousands of times can suddenly hit you differently. That's how I really heard the words at the end of Born to Run for the first time. And for those of you that are familiar, I'm not referring to the very, very end about tramps. Oh, someday, girl, I don't know when, we're going to get to that place where we really want to go, and we'll walk in the sun. But to then tramps like us, baby, we're born to run. I didn't know when it would happen, but I knew that I longed for that person to walk in the metaphorical sun with. And I'm confident that we've both found that place where we really want to go. And I can't wait to walk in the sun with you for the rest of our lives. That's what we were going for.
Chelsea. Do you, Chelsea, take Noah to be your husband? Do you promise to be true to him in good times and in bad, in sickness and in health, and to love and honor him all the days of your life?
I do.
Do you, Noah, take Chelsea to be your wife? Do you promise to be true to her in good times and in bad, in sickness and in health, and to love and to honor her all the days of your life?
I do.
Best men, would you please hand the rings to Noah? Chelsea and Noah, please place the ring on each other's fingers. No, not at the same time, it's fine. You're good. We will now participate in a tradition that Google says may date back as far as the 5th century. Pause for oohs and wows. The breaking of the glass has many interpretations, one of which calls on the following. May our couple spend as many years in happiness as it would take to reassemble every broken piece. Noah, would you please break the glass and kiss your bride? Ladies and gentlemen, for the very first time, Chelsea and Noah Wasserman.
Good evening, everybody. I want to welcome everybody to the wedding of my daughter, Chelsea. I got my napkins ready. The wedding of my daughter, Chelsea, to Noah. I can't tell you how happy I am today. I know a lot of people came from a lot of long distances, and I want you all to know that I truly appreciate the efforts that you made to come here to this momentous occasion. I know Noah and Chelsea have gone to great trouble of planning this event, and so far it's worked out really, really well. I have to tell you. Of course, I think some of you are wondering, why the after party is outside on November 16th when it's 40 degrees out. But last night, I was at the restaurant bar and I saw both sides completely pickled. So I assume that they figure everyone's not going to feel the cold later when we go out. Thank God it's not raining because there's no backup plan. So it's not raining, thank God. The first thing I want to do is I want to welcome Noah into the family. You know, Noah, now that you married my beautiful daughter, and you do look beautiful, Chelsea. Now that you married my daughter, I want you to know that the good news is you are now related to almost everybody in this entire room. And Noah, the bad news is you're now related to almost everybody in this room. I wrote some notes to myself, even though Noah, I got 2 bits of advice before I agreed to come up here and speak. My daughter, Chelsea, told me, Dad, you can't cry all day on November 16th. You got to take a break from the crying. And I've been trying to. And of course, Noah, in Noah fashion, says, if you're giving a speech, make it short and don't drone on. So I've decided to take all the good things I was going to say about Noah right out of the speech. Okay. I gotta collect my thoughts here because I don't want to drone on. I don't want to drone on, Noah. So I took some notes here. I have them here. I don't want to get lost here in my notes. Noah, do not say anything about my notes. All right, Noah? I don't want to say it. And of course, I don't want to repeat anything. All right. Now, Noah. All right. You told me, Noah told me not to drone on. But as my side of this room already knows, I haven't listened to anybody in the family in 50 years. So I'm going to say whatever I want to say. All right? All right. All right. This is really important. I want to be very clear. Chelsea is my favorite child. I'm sorry, Cooper. But all of you in this room, if you've ever been blessed with a daughter, like Cooper's like, okay. But if you get, but if you're lucky enough, as I am, to have a daughter, it's wonderful. And I want you to know something about Chelsea. Chelsea has always been a super high achiever. She has not given me a stick of trouble. She's always worked really hard in school. She worked so hard. She set a goal to go to Ivy League college, and she got in. And now she's working a really hard, complex job, and she's thriving in that job. I can't tell you how proud I am of my daughter, Chelsea. In fact, when Chelsea was in high school, she was elected into the Cold Spring Harbor Athletic Hall of Fame. No kidding. How Chelsea and Jackie Violet got elected into the Athletic Hall of Fame. I can't. I have a lot of stories about when Chelsea was younger, and I drone on, but Noah's not going to let me do that. But what I remember most about spending time with Chelsea as she was growing up was every afternoon I would ask her and Cooper to go in the backyard and have a catch. We had to catch with lacrosse sticks. We had to catch with a football, but mostly we had to catch with a baseball mitt. Noah, you really take her outside, throw a hard ball at her. Chelsea can wing the hard ball. And we would sit there, I would sit there with my kids, and we would just talk. And they would tell me about what's going on in their day, and it was just wonderful. After about a half hour, then Chelsea started complaining. And usually she complained about a father or a mother, but mostly she complained about her brother and all the slights that her brother did to her. And Cooper and I just ignored her for years, so she just complained all the time. We used to send her next door to Regina, complain to Regina, and then Lynn moved in to me later, and then she complained to Lynn, but we never really listened to her. But she really is a wonderful daughter. But Noah, I want you to know this. I want you to know this, Noah. She's not perfect. Chelsea is not perfect. When Chelsea moved to D.C., after a couple of years, she moved in with Laura Eldon, another person we've known for eons. So the first time I visited her and Laura, I was so excited. I went to Laura, how's it living with Chelsea? And she's like, I learned to avoid her in the morning. Now, I know everybody at this table's lived with her, and everybody at that table's lived with her. That's good. That's good advice. I'm going to clue everybody into the family secret. Chelsea was once picked up by the Nassau County Police Department for being drunk on New Year's. Now, I know everybody here doesn't know this story because Chelsea has swore everybody to secrecy. She was so embarrassed. But her friend Janet came over the house. Like, we were waiting for Chelsea to get released from the hospital. And her mother was like, oh, poor Chelsea. Like, oh my God, I could have killed her. But Janet came over from across the street trying to make an excuse for Chelsea. And she says about Chelsea, oh, maybe she was sleepwalking. And I said, Jana, sleepwalking while drunk? Get the hell out of my house. Okay, so, all right, we're stopping now. All right, we're going on. All right. Let me get my glasses one more time. I'm finishing up right now, Noah. I'm finishing up. All right. Sorry, Chelsea. Okay. All right. We already did that. All right. All kidding aside, though, there's one regret I have with Chelsea growing up with me. When Chelsea was in high school, Chelsea had a father-daughter dance, and for some reason I couldn't make it. And it probably was a terrible, lousy reason, but I did what I always do. I called my brother on the phone. And I said, Jerry volunteered immediately. So Chelsea went to the father-daughter dance with her Uncle Jerry. And I appreciate that so much. We're gonna correct that, Chelsea, in a little bit. I'm gonna have my father-daughter dance tonight. All right, Chelsea? I'm looking forward to it so much. And I made that mistake, and that will never happen again. All right. In conclusion, Noah. I know that, Noah, I gotta tell you, Noah, you are a great match for my daughter. You bring great balance to my daughter. I have never seen my daughter as happy as she is right now, as she's been since the day she met you, Noah. She's never been this happy in her entire life. And Noah, you did that. You did that. Now, Noah and Chelsea, you're just about to start on your own journey. And I don't know where your journey's going to take you. I know that there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be tears and laughter, but I also know there's going to be a lot of love. And I don't know where the journey's going, but I know it's going to be a glorious journey. And I can't tell you how happy I am for both of you. So at this time, whatever drink you have in front of you, I think it's time to raise our glasses and toast to my daughter, Chelsea, and Noah. There's no greater feeling in life than being in love with the person that loves you. To Chelsea and Noah. And one last thing, and maybe make me a grandbaby, all right? Thank you very much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up again for the father of the bride, Mike.
Ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby.
If you need me, call me. No matter where you are, no matter how far.
Don't worry, baby.
Just call my name. I'll be there in a hurry. You don't have to worry. 'Cause baby, there ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough
To keep me from getting to you, baby. Remember the day I set you free. I told you you could always count on me, darling. From that day on, I made a vow. I'll be there when you want me, some way, somehow. Oh, baby, there ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, baby. Oh, no, darling.
No wind, no rain, or winter's cold can stop me, baby.
No, no, baby.
'Cause you are
If
my
you're ever in
love.
trouble, I'll be there on the double. Just send for me, oh, baby.
My love is alive, way down in my heart, although we are miles apart.
If you ever need a helping hand, I'll be there on the double, just as fast as I can. Don't you know that there ain't no mountain high enough? Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough.
Keep me from getting to you, babe. Don't you know that there
Ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no rain fell on my wedding day, and the tears cried on my shoulder. I couldn't turn away. Well, so much has happened to me that I don't understand. All I can think of is being 5 years old, following behind you at the beach, tracing your footprints in the sand, trying to walk like a man. Goodbye, lady of the roses. We lived in the shadow of the elms. I remember Ma dragging me and my sister up the street to the church whenever she heard those old wedding bells. Well, would they ever look so happy again? Yeah, the handsome groom and his bride, as they stepped into that long black limousine for their mystery ride. Well, tonight you'll step away from me, and alone at the altar I stand.
Jen and I have been lucky enough to speak at multiple events in our children's lives. From experience, we've learned that the key is to match the talk with the child. So, for our daughter Rachel, We always bring out the emotion of the situation. For our daughter, Hannah, we try to be intelligent and funny as we can be. We try. And luckily for all you guys, for Noah, we try to be short and to the point. And don't worry, he did not leave that to chance. He did give us very, very specific instructions on the matter. So here we go.
Noah is bookended by sisters. And while I have Rachel and Hannah to discuss fashion and makeup and housewives and tailor, et cetera, and we talk sports, we're not a sexist bunch, it has always been Noah who pays attention to the smallest of details, and he misses nothing. Growing up, Noah would say, "Mom, you have one black shoe and one brown shoe on." And Noah who would notice every haircut and give me compliments on these haircuts. He has not lived home for most of the last 15 years, and I still miss his observations, but I know I have two of the same shoes on tonight. Noah and Chelsea seem to match as well as a good pair of shoes. They complement each other in beautiful ways and are funny and supportive and interested in the most detailed of issues regarding the other. It is a thing of beauty to behold. Most of all, they seem to make each other blissfully happy, and as a parent, that is all you can ask for in a partner for your child.
Many of the people in the room know that I have a role at the company where Noah works. I try to stay out of his business, but one time a person I know well met with Noah right before they met with me. And I was sort of in a position where I had to ask. I asked, "How's he doing?" And what that person said to me was, "Everyone who works with Noah loves him." I knew exactly what she meant, because that's how we feel about Chelsea. It's like, and by that I mean, we've only known her for two and a half years, and we couldn't possibly know everything about her. But we do love everything we do know, and we love everything about her, and we feel blessed to have you joining our family, and it's really. As for Noah, being his parents has been a very interesting experience. We inherently knew we were serving an important role, but he always seemed to know where he wanted to go without too much advice from us. The most obvious example is he's a Yankee fan. Clearly not any part of what we wanted at all. That's a LGM, just for the crowd. Okay. But he's always been hardworking. He seems to make situations better, and he's as loyal as the day is long on Yom Kippur. If you don't understand the analogy, there's got to be a lot of Jewish people in the room. They'll explain it to you. He knows a lot about a lot of things, but perhaps most importantly, we've been with him on a lot of great days, and we've also been with him on his worst day. And we could say that he is the same person in each of those situations, a quality that will certainly serve them well in their marriage. We are so proud to be his parents. So let us close with a story from our own wedding day, condensed as per Noah's request. Before that ceremony, my stepfather, Noah's grandpa Bernie, said to me, "I'm happy for you because everyone should have somebody to build and share a life with." And that is what we wish for Chelsea and Noah, that they build and share a life together on the worst days and on the best days. Much love to you guys. Thank you.
Hello, good evening. My name is Elizabeth, and I'm Chelsea's sister-in-law. As the maid of honor, I'm excited to welcome you all to the wedding of Chelsea and Noah. Chelsea, you look absolutely stunning, and I cannot express how happy I am for you today. While I do not recall the circumstances of meeting Chelsea for the first time, probably because Cooper tried to keep us apart for as long as possible, but during the past 17 years, I've watched her develop from a college freshman into an incredible person. While our friendship grew, I remember feeling as if I had a new sister rather than a friend. This is never truer when Chelsea and I would team up on Cooper to torture him, while sometimes gaining the help to create more chaos from their favorite next-door neighbors and cousins. In this time, I've learned that Chelsea's kindness, devotion, and generosity to others is unique. She's given her time to volunteer at the Habitat for Humanity, participated in cycling teams to raise money for cancer, and has shown a tireless drive to donate 10 gallons of blood for this. That she remarkably accomplished earlier this year. This is out of order. Sorry. One thing I admire about Chelsea is how committed she is to maintaining her relationships with her family, friends, and teammates. I don't think she's ever turned down an invitation to take a trip to embrace a loved one's celebration, to travel a new part of the world, or simply meet up for a college reunion. For my family, she's made numerous trips to New York for her nephew's births, to attend their birthday celebrations, even dressing as a PJ Mask or a ninja to help spruce the theme of the party. Her love shined through this year when she drove 7 hours after immediately finishing her most stressful project to date to help my son, Michael, celebrate his communion. A favorite memory of our family is from a few years ago when Chelsea drove in the pouring rain to surprise my sons, Michael and James, at Legoland for a fun-filled day of rides and construction. Now, I'm not sure if the dedication for the day came for the love of her nephews or for the love of building Legos, but nevertheless, she brought so much fun and joy to that day, the boys still ask when they will go back to Legoland with Aunt Chelsea. After a challenging year of quarantine, Chelsea decided to start making positive changes in her life and dip her toes into some new adventures. Some of these adventures made sense, like venturing back into horseback riding for the first time since high school, while some of them seemed a little out of the ordinary, like joining an adult tap class. But just when she expected it least, at her coworker and softball teammate Hannah's going-away party, Chelsea met Noah. A special thank you to Hannah for making the introduction and being an amazing officiant. This afternoon. Noah, you have brought so much warmth and kindness into Chelsea's life. Your ability to make her smile, your support for her dreams, and your delicious home-cooked meals is truly a commitment to building a life together. Being that Virginia is quite a distance from her family in New York, it is amazing to know that you provide her with consistency, routine, family, and a home when we cannot. When Chelsea talks about you, her face lights up, and as she looks at you right now, go ahead, look at him right now, I can hear her say, I just love him so much. It's clear that you two complement each other perfectly. I think we all knew it was true love when Noah sat through the entire dance recital just to see Chelsea's tap dance, which was at the very end of the show. One of the things that I love the most about Chelsea and Noah's relationship is how they built such a fantastic routine together. Friday nights, Noah makes pizza as he's perfected his homemade dough, while Chelsea unwinds for the week. And I must say, if you have not been invited to a Pizza Friday, you should find a way to get invited. It's delicious. Saturdays are reserved for a date, possibly around a golf or a dinner out. And Sundays, particularly in the fall, are all about watching the Jets, probably lose, and enjoying a delicious bowl of Noah's homemade soup. And now that we all know who the chef is in the relationship, I will end with this. As you both embark on this new journey together, remember that love is about finding someone you share your life with, who supports you through thick and thin, cherish each other, communicate openly, and always find time for laughter. I wish for you to continue exploring the world and your life together with the same enthusiasm and commitment you have shown so far. So let's raise a glass to Chelsea and Noah. May your life together with love, joy, endless adventures, and to a lifetime of happiness.
All right,
All right. First and foremost, thank you very much to the Wasserman family and the Macco family for hosting a phenomenal wedding. So everybody can give a round of applause for that. In true Noah fashion, on Wednesday, September 25th at 1:55 p.m., we got a text. Plan on your toast being 5 minutes, or 2.5 minutes each. So we're going to do our best to do that. Liz, where are you? Way to follow along. Mr. and Mrs. Wasserman. You're still Mr. and Mrs. Wasserman. Sorry. Way to follow along. Yeah. It's okay. It's all right. It was a great speech. So anyway, 2 Catholic kids and a Jewish kid walk into a school. That sounds like a joke, but that is literally kind of how the 3 of us met almost 30 years ago. And it's been a pretty phenomenal 30 years.
I want to echo what Kevin said. Thank you for all joining us today, for Chelsea and Noah. Also, a thank you to them on behalf of Hannah and I for scheduling this on a Michigan and Miami bye week. So we didn't have to worry about college football today. So I moved to Hopewell when I was just about to start kindergarten. I didn't know anyone in the town. I didn't know anyone at all, really. And the first day of kindergarten, I got on the bus, and there was this guy sitting towards the front. He invited me to sit with him. It turned out to be Noah. And 30 years later, here we are. Noah and I spent so much time growing up together, as well with Kevin. Kevin was actually in a different class in kindergarten, but Noah introduced me to him. We ended up being in 1st and 2nd grade together and became all best friends. We spent a lot of time at all of our parents' house growing up, playing different sports out in the yard, pool days at the Wassermans. Mrs. Wasserman, sorry, Jen, as many times as you correct me, still can't do it. Always baking some different kind of cookie, fresh, always incredible. I kind of can see now when I get texts from Noah and Chelsea with their different food creations, where that all came from. Noah and I, as we got older, we ended up running cross country together and track through high school. Senior year, we're co-captains of the team. Looking back on it now, it's kind of funny because we would run an invitational every fall all the way up at Brown University. And I'm pretty sure that Chelsea was probably a young student there, while we were actually on campus with her, kind of, running the race. I mean, what a small world looking at it now. But so many great memories growing up. Like Rick and Jen said earlier, somehow he, and Kevin too, became Yankees fans out of families full of Mets fans. So always bonded with Rick and Jen and Chris and Scott as kind of being the long-lost son who went the right way and became a Mets fan. Some of my best memories, though, were nobody in my family played golf. And Noah one year kind of invited me to golf camp, I think when we were in middle school or high school. And I kind of went because I found out that the lunch they served was the Burger King nearby. But sure enough, really became interested in golf, still play to this day. And I just think it's such a great story that these two bond over that same game. I mean, they got engaged right after a round, and just brings everyone together, and Noah's really been great with that. And kind of to close, one of my favorite memories and one of the best trips I've ever done was in 2016, Noah and I went to Europe for a week. Our favorite soccer team, Tottenham, they were closing their historic stadium that was 100 years old, White Hart Lane. And we had both been individually when we studied abroad in Europe in college, but it was this trip for us to finally to go together, see our team, see the old stadium one last time. We went to a bunch of other games through Italy and Spain. And obviously they were tearing the stadium down. A few years later, they opened a new one. And when they opened the stadium, Noah told me that him and Chelsea were going to Portugal for a vacation, and he somehow convinced her to go to the new Tottenham Stadium with her for a game. And I knew right then that Chelsea was perfect for him, that she could put up with the little detour to the soccer match as part of the vacation.
And so that brings us to Chelsea. Chelsea is an amazing person. She's funny, she's kind, she's smart. You're those things too, Noah, but Chelsea maybe a little bit more. But that being said, like was previously said with Noah, he pays attention to all of the fine details. He is a caring, loving person, and it is amazing that the two of them found each other. And I think the biggest thing with Chelsea, and again, I guess there's a lot more Mackos here than there are Wassermans. So I'm not going to talk a ton about all the excellent qualities about Chelsea, but I think the best part is that I feel as though, right, me, Paul, and Noah have been best friends for 25, 30 years, and we've only known Chelsea for a couple, but it really feels like we've known you for that whole time. And it is really special and really awesome to have that feeling. And she loves Love is Blind, and she's probably better than Noah at golfing, and all of those different things that make her exceptionally special. But, just from on behalf of me and Paul with that, we are so happy that you are now part of our lives as well. And so just to close.
And real quick, I knew this was going to be something big when we share some weird interests that we bond over, one of them being geography and maps. And we'll share, random routes to different places like the shore or your away football games and the way to get there and the traffic. And the first few times he went to go visit the Mackos on Long Island, we were getting all the crazy routings to get all the way out to Suffolk County. And I knew immediately, if he's sharing all that and he's going through that, it's worth it. He's going to a place someone he really loves and a great family that we've been lucky enough to meet over the last few years. So, with that said, I'm actually a paisan as well as the Macco family. So, whether you know it or not, we have a toast in Italian culture for the newlyweds, which is cent'anni, to 100 years of marriage.
Let's give it up.